All right. I think I've gone in and unmuted everybody. Can everybody hear me okay?
I can hear you.
Okay. How about anybody in the crowd? I see Jason's on, or Dennis, or can any of you guys hear me, or can I hear you?
What's that, Mark?
I'm seeing if I've got anybody else. There we go. I'm unmuting trying to unmute everybody so everybody can talk. Hey, Jim, you got to enter in your PIN or something so I can unmute you. For some reason, it just muted you.
It's Jeremy from Water Auto Parts. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can.
Thanks.
Jim, there's some kind of PIN you need to enter.
Hello.
Hey.
How you doing, Mark?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good.
Good. Okay. Well, I want to get Jim squared away here. He was on before. Now, there you go. You should be good,
Yep.
Jim.
I'm good now.
All right,
yep.
cool. All right, good. All right. Basically, guys, we'll go ahead and get started. What we're going to do is just kind of run through. I did it earlier today, and we'll just kind of go through the presentation, try to hit all angles of it. I think I've unmuted everybody that I could that has a PIN or dialed in via phone, and so you should be good to go unless you've muted it yourself. But we'll walk through this. If you have any questions, I got a Q&A session at the end. Feel free to speak up and speak your mind, or just make sure that, if you've got any questions, I can get those answered, and we'll just start rolling through it. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to kind of hit the Team PRP route maps today. We're going to go over the partnering details. We'll go over pricing. We'll go over current members, and we'll go over the a change we're doing on the extra large pallet surcharge, and then we'll have a Q&A after. This is the current route map for Team PRP. We've got, if you look up in the upper right, you've got our Northeast partners and their hub in Albany. The blue is the Midwest Automotive Transport Group. They're the ones that they handle those PRP facilities and routes with their trucks. The red are handled by out-of-the-box logistics, and the green are our volunteer hub that we have. So recently, we just literally within the last month and a half, we've added Sylvester, Georgia as a hub, and Denver as a hub, and then Rosemont up in Minnesota has been a hub. So that's the current structure. When you include PRP in Midwest, it grows to 220 facilities combined in 34 states with 15 servicing hubs. All right. This is an opt-in program designed to enhance sales opportunities. There is a separate billing structure for those who wish to participate. One clarification that I do want to make, if you opt into the program and you start trading cross-platform, that is the only, you will get a completely separate bill for those transactions. You will not be billed twice. You're not going to get a bill from Midwest and then a double bill from the program, or a bill from PRP and then an additional bill. It'll be a standalone bill. So, and we'll go, and I'll kind of enhance that discussion a little bit later as we get into the pricing piece. Shipments will be tracked by the new instance Easy Runner, and EZ will handle the billing directly with each member. Billing will be monthly. You'll be sent a bill on the first of the month for the prior month's activity. And then EZ will pull the funds via ACH on the 10th of the month. All members wishing to participate in this platform will need to have their ACH billing set up with EZ prior to participation. If you're a Midwest member currently and they already have your ACH, then you don't have to submit it again. Is that correct, Jim?
That is correct, Mark.
And it doesn't cost you anything to sign up. The only bill you will get are based on the transactions that you do across platform. Basically, the platform utilizes a more conventional rate charge based on the size of the product being shipped and at far below conventional LTL rates. Like our current billing structure, all shipments, sales, and returns will be shared equally by both parties. Here is the rates. So we've got 6 different categories, starting with your small package at a rate of $19.60, which will be split evenly by the seller and the buyer at $9.80 per person or per facility. Large package is at $28, so $14 a piece. Small skid, which would be your transmissions, that'll be $37.60, which is $18.80. Medium skid, which will be your engines, that'll be at $45, $22.50 a piece. Regular skid, which will be your Gaylord core boxes, things of that nature, that's $50, split evenly at $25. And then your extra large skids, which will be your noses, boxes, frames, those kind of things, that'll be an $85 rate at $42.50 between seller and buyer. Now we'll come back to this a little bit. So just on what I explained before, if you're a PRP member and you're not a current member of the Midwest, so you want to trade, let's say Casey at Cornell, say you want to trade, there's somebody from Stoystown, Western PA that wants a part, say they want an engine. Say that you agree to ship the engine, and at the end of the month, that's the only part that you sold all month long. You will get a separate bill from Jim on the 1st. It'll have medium skid 1. It'll have your amount, $22.50, and then on the 10th, they'll ACH that $22.50 out. So they'll give you a parcel count based on the number of transactions that you've had in the different categories, and they'll bill you accordingly on the 10th. So you won't get another bill from PRP on that same. This is a completely separate billing and transaction parcel count process. I just want to make sure I reiterate that. There was some confusion in the last session, and I want to make sure I cleared that up. If you're currently a dual member of PRP and Midwest, basically nothing changes. For those who are currently a member of both networks, your current billing structure within Midwest and PRP will remain the same for everyone within their respective groups. And as we've looked at the numbers for those that are members of both, you're better off being members of both because your current rates are much cheaper than the cross-platform rates that I just showed you guys. But if at any point you want to discuss that, we're happy to review that and go through those numbers with you. One thing that we are going to be making a change on in the PRP system moving forward. The way it works now, if you're part of the North America process, basically what happens is you just get a stop fee based on your level of service. Then however many transactions you've had, we charge you that times the parcel fee, and then that's your bill. What we're going to do is starting March 2nd, which is next Monday, we're going to start counting extra large skids on the network. Now, the way our billing is set up, those of you who just are going to receive your bill on March 1st, keep in mind, we start putting that together in February, and we don't have February data yet, because it takes about a week to put all that together and for Robbie to do the billing. So we actually use January numbers into your March billing. So when we make this change, March 2nd, your billing isn't going to show any difference until the May 1st billing. Because when we do the billing at the end of April, we're going to take the March data and use it in May. So that's when you will first see the change in the surcharge on extra large skids. The reason we're doing this is because total number of shipments represent about 1%, but they're also they're a big cause of overloads within the network. And so we just need to accommodate for those shipments, and we need to add a surcharge to just be more fair across the board. So you basically can notify your folks, and there'll be a number of announcements that come out via direct email as well as a newsletter over the next week and a half to make sure that everybody's aware of it. But that gives you the opportunity to know that that billing is going to change in preparation for the bill that you'll get on May 1st. Oops. Hold on, let's see. If you have any questions after we get off the webinar today, please feel free to call me or email me directly. You can call or email Mark Canepa. Easy Runner, their help desk is available, and that number is listed here. It's 419-747-0100. The Easy Runner link that you'll use to provide your ACH information, that's already posted on Ning. We put a separate cross-platform page up that this particular PowerPoint is already listed there. The link to be able to send your ACH information and get signed up for Easy Runner is also there. So please feel free to use that resource if you need to circle back and take another look at all this data. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up for questions. But what I'm going to do is put up the Midwest rate, or the rate sheet, so that you guys can kind of look at this as I answer any questions. So at this point, I'll open it up. Anybody got anything they want to ask or share?
Did you say you're posting this presentation to the Ning site now, or it's already there?
It's already there.
Okay. Where's it located at on the Ning site?
Avi set it up under, let me just double check. He sent me an email saying that it was done. The link is under, it's a new page. He inserted the original announcement, converted to a PDF, training slides, as well as the hyperlink, and that's under Team PRP Ning, and it's under cross-platform shipping.
Okay, thanks.
You bet. Anybody else have any questions? Jim, anything you want to add?
No, I think you covered it, Mark. The only other thing we're going to need to do is add a route name in your YMS for this group, just like you have a PRP route. We're going to need a route name for this group that we need to match up in our system, and the orders we will send you a list of participants with their phone number so we can match the phone number, and they should come right over and work. So that's pretty much it.
Okay. A couple of questions that I got from last time that I did forget to address. Some of the folks had talked about credit apps for all new accounts on any dealings that you have with any of the Midwest renter yards. I would recommend getting credit apps. Part of the Midwest process is they don't get involved in any collection disputes. So with any of those relationships being out of PRP, any of the normal PRP processes aren't going to, we're not going to be able to follow those. So it'll be up to you to maintain that relationship, maintain the billing, and I would recommend getting the credit apps. Also, in addition, the PRP program where we're able to share panel armor across the network, that will not extend to this platform. We want to be able to, we've already paid and spent considerable amount of money on the door panel armors to be used by Team PRP personnel. We want to be able to keep that within that network so that we can keep track of it and we don't lose track of it and then we can't account for it. That'll be money down the drain if we start trading doors on the network outside of the PRP system. So that's one thing that you guys want to kind of take into consideration. That's basically it. So like I said earlier, if anybody has any questions at all, just give me a call or give Mark Cannonball a call. And also the system is available with the Easy Runner guys, and that number is 419-747-0100. So thanks, guys. I appreciate you guys popping in. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to give us a call, and we look forward to getting the program up and running next week. Thank you.
Thanks.